Wealden District is the largest in East Sussex, stretching from the Ashdown Forest in the north to the Seven Sisters and South Downs National Park. Within its 320 square miles are 5 main towns and 37 parishes. Each has its own town or parish council, or the district is home to 149,000 people. The District Council provides a range of key services, affordable housing, making planning decisions to help shape the future of the district, supporting benefits claimants, providing waste and recycling collections, protecting the environment, and, together with other organisations, helping to protect the health and welfare of the people who live and work here. Councillors come from all walks of life. They are community leaders and are vital to modern local government. To be more effective, today's councils work in partnership with other organisations. As community leaders, councillors find ways to collaborate to improve services and the quality of life for everyone. As well as civic events and council meetings, councillors also engage with the local community to find out what is going on and help residents find solutions to their problems. Many hold surgeries where local people come along to meet them. They also play a role in scrutinising the decisions made by the authority. And councillors also represent Wealden on other organisations, helping to ensure the best decisions are made for the wider community. Councillors need to stay connected to the local communities and the council. Wealden District Council provides policy advice and up-to-date information technology to help members keep in touch. There can be many reasons to stand for election, and it will have an effect on your life.
I'm Brian Redmond and I'm the Ward Councillor for Mayfield. I saw it as an opportunity to actually bring some of the skills, knowledge, experience that I've developed in business and use it for the good of our community.
I'm Nick Collinson. I became a District Councillor in 2011 in May. I primarily stood to be a councillor because as a local resident I was always the first to moan about things and very often the last to do anything, so I've got to throw my name into the hat and try and make some changes in the town.
I'm David White. I'm the Helen Ward District Councillor. Parish councillor initially because I wanted to be involved in what was happening in the area in which I live.
I'm a Wealden District Councillor and I represent Jarvis Brook Ward. I love working in the community. I became involved because my sister actually had a housing problem.
I'm with Ashford Morris and I'm the District Councillor for Chiddingly, East Hoathly and Lawton. I don't think going into politics or becoming a district councillor was ever in the life plan, but somebody said it might suit me, and I did a lot of research and found out that it dealt with a lot of things that I was interested in.
In terms of time management, I have to schedule in the council work into evenings and weekends, but equally some of the meetings take place during the day and I have to allot some time out. It's had an impact in terms of working with my two businesses that I run. I have a wine bar where we're filming this, and then also I have another business in Upfield. I've managed to fit the council work into that quite a busy schedule.
I think first of all you mustn't underestimate the amount of time that you do need to actually do the job properly from within inside the council. There will be meetings that you have to go to if you're going to get the level of knowledge that means that you can then operate as a councillor going forward. So I have always estimated that it's probably about 2 days a week.
It takes a certain amount of your time, but it doesn't monopolise your time. I think you've still got a life outside the council, and it's important you have that you have social contact and you're involved in the community other than just as a councillor.
I obviously was a bit frightened about it. You know, I didn't know anything about it. What was I going to do? How was I going to cope? So I was really pleased that once I was elected, the induction was amazing. Loads of people give you support. There's a whole series of training sessions when you first become a councillor that make it a lot easier to understand and get to know how you can contribute.
I always think you get out of it what you put into it. You have to be available. Your address and phone numbers are published, so you are available to the public, and it's most important because when somebody does contact you, they've got a problem and they need help. I think a community councillor has to be involved in everything. I deal with issues involving people's health needs, whether it's getting them equipment that they're having problem with. I've represented people at appeals when they're going to have their benefits taken away.
Skills you need to be a councillor, in my opinion, are you have to be a bit nosy. You have to understand what makes people tick a little bit and be able to communicate with them on all levels.
I think the main thing that you need as a councillor is the ability to actually listen to your people. Occasionally, there are people are trying to achieve something which may not be realistic. But either way, you have to learn a bit of diplomacy. All you can do is do your best.
To be a good councillor, you have to be a good listener. You have to take account of what people say, and you have to then see whether you can help them with the problem that they're bringing to you. And you're not always going to succeed. You need to have a hard skin at some time, a thick skin at some times.
You need to be patient, you need to be receptive to people's problems, you need to be kind and courteous and feel for people. There is a time commitment, and as I said, you get out of it what you put into it. And I go out to meet the public, so I go to the railway station at 6 o'clock in the morning about 3 times a year, and I stand there, and that's one of the ways that I get to talk to people in the area. It's not just my ward, it's the whole of Crowborough, but it's really interesting, and I meet new people meet me.
I take the opportunity wherever possible to engage with the community and talk to as many people within the community. Being a councillor is quite a rewarding role. It's one of those things that you only see the benefits of the work once it's done, and it can be quite a long, painful process getting that work done, but actually being instrumental in some of the changes that are being delivered, then that in itself is quite a rewarding task.
Yes, I am fortunate enough now to have been appointed last year as chairman of the council. Prior to that, I'd done my time, I suppose. And I think one of the things I've been very pleased to be able to do as chairman is to support and give some clear support for the voluntary sector. I was in the past chairman of the Wealden Federation, and therefore, as a result of that, I knew a fair bit about what the voluntary sector does for us in Wealden. It's immense. And as chairman, I was able to actually give a series of awards to people from all our communities across Wealden, where they've really done something positive to support and give something back to the people of Wealden.
It's a love-hate relationship being a councillor. There are times that you will love the job and you'll get terribly enthusiastic about it. There are times, maybe when you haven't succeeded before a planning committee, when you'll think that the whole world's against you and it's not worth a candle. But at the end of the day, it's actually quite rewarding.
I've always been community minded. I've lived in the village that I represent I was born there. I love being a councillor. I'm not a member of any political group, I never have been.
But it would really, really benefit the council if after the elections next year we had, and that's in May 2015, we had people from all sorts of walks of life. I'd really love to see some younger people getting involved, to bring new ideas, fresh ideas, different views on how they can contribute. There are all sorts of things that we do. It's an amazing range of events that we get involved in, and that's what makes every day different and so much more enjoyable.
Are you the person who could become a councillor? Can you make a difference to other people's daily lives and prospects? It takes hard work and commitment, but being a community leader can be a rewarding and satisfying experience. Find out more from Democratic Services, Wealden District Council. Email info@wealden.gov.uk or telephone 01892 602720.